Are you someone that has tight hips or a tight low back? Sometimes you have pains in those areas and you just feel like you need more mobility or flexibility there. Or are you someone that sometimes has moments of stress or anxiety during the day and you're looking for a quick way to maybe take care of all of those things with one stretch? Keep listening for more. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Sara. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I am a family physician, a wife, a mom of 4, and an exercise enthusiast. And I wanted to make a video today all about my favorite current stretch, which is called child's pose. So this is something that I first learned in a yoga class. If you've done any yoga, you're probably quite common with this pose. It's also quite common in many different stretching routines because it can really be an almost full body stretch. Like I mentioned, it can help loosen up your hips, your low back. It can help with your neck and shoulders. I also find it can get into your lats or your latissimus dorsi, which is, the fancy name for the muscles that are here that go down, sort of the sides and wrap towards the back of your body. But for me, when I discovered this stretch, I have found that I can pop into this stretch sort of throughout the day for a minute or two, and it really helps reset not only my body, but also my brain. And so in these moments where there may be stress or anxiety or overwhelm or just things feel like we need to take a pause, take a breath, reset, and then continue, this can be incredibly helpful. And for me, I've done this sort of periodically over the last few months, especially when the kids are having a tantrum. I get them to do it with me, and it can be incredibly helpful for everyone to just take a pause, recenter, reset, and then move forward. So I wanted to show you a little demonstration of what it is and how to get into it. And I will say the caveat here is you never want to compare yourself to somebody else that you're watching do a stretch because you don't know how long they've been practicing it, what their flexibility level is, what their athletic background is, all of that. These sorts of things take a lot of practice, and the more that you practice them, the more flexible and the more mobility your muscles will have. So that is something I always want to make sure you keep in mind, that the way that you do this may not look exactly how I do, or you may have more flexibility or mobility than me. The biggest thing is for you to make sure you're feeling comfortable, it's not painful, and that you kind of get out of it what you're looking for. Okay, so let me hop back here and hopefully I stay on the screen. All right, so I'm gonna hop onto my mat here, and the way I set this up is I bring my toes together and I spread my knees basically almost to the edge of the mat. And then I drop down so that my hamstrings, are now on my heels. And then I stretch my arms forward and I slowly get into a position where I now have my forehead resting on the floor. And again, this is not where I started. It took me doing this on a regular basis for my hips and shoulders to be flexible enough for me to do this. And what I do once I'm in this position is I take nice, slow, deep breaths. And I do practice my 360-degree breathing in this position, and I have a video all about that I can link below. But so I breathe in, feeling those ribs expand in 360 degrees, and then I breathe out, blowing out 100 birthday candles. And when I do that, I allow my deep core to tighten like a corset around my ab area. And that's sort of how you get into it and what I do. What I will say is when I am doing the stretch, I always try to think about breathing into any area of discomfort. So if you feel, if there's ever pain, you want to stop. But if you feel sort of a discomfort there, that it's not unbearable, but it's like, ooh, that's definitely like tighter or brighter. If you think about breathing into and out of that area, it actually can really help with loosening up that muscle. And you'll notice as you hold a stretch for longer, you'll see that you may even start to notice more flexibility just within that day while you hold it. And again, in addition to physical health, flexibility, mobility, I have found this to be incredibly helpful for resetting my brain, because somehow, tying that pose with the deep breaths, all of that just helps to kind of take a breath and move forward. So if you are liking these demonstration type videos that I've started doing, definitely let me know in the comments. If you are someone that's looking for more tips, tricks, demonstrations, advice from someone like me that's a busy mom, a busy person trying to fit all of this in a simple and doable way, but able to be consistent and see physical and mental health wins, definitely subscribe here for more of my content so that you can be notified about any of my new videos. And I also have a free newsletter that's going to be coming out weekly if you want to hop over to my website, which is drsaraionescu.com, to sign up for that. Again, all about trying to keep exercise and working out simple, but to be able to maintain it in a consistent way and see those physical and mental health wins. So imagine if you're somebody that has some of those things that I talked about at the beginning of the video, like we all do, the stress and anxiety and maybe overwhelm moments that happen during the day. Or you sit a lot, whether at work or at home or whatever you're doing, and you need some more mobility and flexibility in your hips, in your low back, or you have some pains in those areas. What if you could do a stretch like child's pose for a couple of minutes, and that would potentially help and improve everything? Like, imagine what else could happen if you were able to do that. How else could your life improve? Follow for more. Thanks for watching. Bye, everyone.